Welcome everyone to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the Arsenal news, transfers and all of that, so get strapped in. Excuse the lights, I'm not really sure why. I don't know if you can see why LEDs are on. I don't know how to fix them, so kind of stuck like that, but it's right because we're not talking about them today. Let's talk about Arsenal. Obviously 1-1 draw against Brentford. Thomas Partey scored, and then Wissa scored again. He just seems to always score against us for some reason. And I think it's getting to that point which I don't really care about the Premier League. I just don't care. I think a lot of people are as well. Like, they just don't care about the league. In case if you're Liverpool, then you know. But we're gonna be talking about transfers. A Real Madrid game, which is absolutely massive, bro. Honestly, I think that's season defining. Yeah. If we lose, if we get knocked out, I don't even want to be on YouTube anymore. I'll delete my account if we get knocked out. But also Wednesday could be, the start of an adventure, start of a journey. So my head's a bit, right. If we beat Real Madrid, I think we need to beat PSG or Villa. I'm hoping it's Villa, but if it's PSG, you have to beat PSG. Probably play Barcelona in the final if we get there. Barcelona or Inter, both those teams are horrible to play against, because against Inter, really good defensively and can score goals, and then Barcelona, they've got Lewandowski, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal. I mean, who else do you want? So yeah, it's gonna be tough, but that's why we're in the Champions League. We're not, if you get to a Champions League final, you're not going to play a team from Switzerland, that qualified last year or something. You're going to play probably Barcelona or Bayern Munich. So yeah, I think this point in draw today, I think we are definitely in the, we're not focusing on the Premier League anymore as a group. I think obviously the manager won't say, oh, we're not focusing on the league, but I think it's quite obvious. And that Real Madrid game is going to be absolutely massive on Wednesday. I'm getting a bit thingy because 3-0. I thought 3-0. Yeah, sure. We'll go through. But what if Madrid score first? 7th minute, Mbappe scores 1-0. Real Madrid score another. It's half time. It's 2-0. What happens then? Keep in mind, they need 3 goals to tie and go to extra time, and then they need 4 goals to win. We shouldn't really concede 3 or 4 goals in the game, but it is Real Madrid, so so yeah, I think we'll go through. I have belief. I think we'll go through. So yeah. Let's go over to some transfer news because there's been a lot. Now, apparently, Arsenal have let me get the article here. Arsenal are considering offers. Arsenal are linked basically with. I'll say that linked with Mateta from Palace. I mean, is it good? Is it bad? Look. I'll take Mateta over Havertz and Jesus. But I wouldn't go Mateta as. I would go Mateta as the as the main striker. I don't think Matata wins the Premier League. Obviously, we don't just need a striker. We need everyone else. Probably a left winger. Of course, there's been interest from Gyokeres. He actually played today. He didn't score, but I'm pretty sure. No, okay, I thought he got the assist. I thought I read somewhere where he got the assist. But Gyokeres is just. Gyokeres is the man. If you can't get Isaac, Gyokeres is the man. Gyokeres has got in 29 games in the Portuguese league. Say what you want against the Portuguese league. In 28 games, he's got 31 goals. He's going to win the Golden Boot by 29 games, 31 goals and 5 assists, 6 assists. He's going to win the Golden Boot. He's 15 against Samu from Porto. I think they're going to win the Portuguese league. They won it last summer. Gyokeres was at Coventry, Swansea, Brighton. So he's been at he has been in the Premier League. Just checking here. Yeah. I think Gyokeres is the striker that we need to go for. You also got you've also got loads of other people. I think Gyokeres makes the most sense because Isak's going to be way too expensive. Even though I want Isak, he's going to be way too expensive. Let's actually go to this transfer rumour right now. That's just been... Well, today it's just been said. Arsenal are considering a bid £40 million for Arda Guler. Arda Guler, of course, from Real Madrid. Let me try and see if I get any... Arsenal are lining up a huge 40 million transfer for Real Madrid midfielder Arda Guler. Where do we play him, bro? I mean, look, I'm gonna try and make. Let's go to lineup builder. I'll show this once. Hold on, can I actually show this now? No, that's the wrong slide. I'll get up in a second, but I don't really know if we would buy Guler. I'm not sure where he would play. If we hold on, and everything's popping up now. We've got Partey, we've got Rice, we've got Jorginho. We're putting it as Zubimendi. Where do you play him? In my opinion, I think he should be the backup to Saka. But he's not going to want to be the backup to Saka, He's not going to want to be the Saka backup. He's going to want to be playing. I don't think your left winger will be Guler. I don't think that will win you the Premier League. But I think we should get him. Good squad depth. And definitely can do the same with Odegaard. I mean, they're labelling it as the new Odegaard. Is he going to be better than him? That's the question. Right, let's get into some news which, we've sort of been over this. Joan Garcia, a goalkeeper from Espanyol. Hold on, wait for it. Joan Garcia, Arsenal. So, apparently he really wants to go to Arsenal. 2 hours ago, Boost for Arsenal as Barcelona pull out of race for goalkeeper. Yeah, we need another goalkeeper. We need another goalkeeper. Neto's gonna go. He's on loan, and honestly, Neto is just being a waste of a waste. You know, a waste of what's the word? A waste of space on the bench. Um, you know, Neto hasn't even played. He's not gonna play. I don't think he'll play for the rest of the season. Let's look at Ipswich. I mean, that's probably the most. That's probably the most likeliest game that he'll play. I don't think he'll play that. We've got Palace. He wouldn't play that. Liverpool. He definitely wouldn't play that. Bournemouth. He wouldn't play that. You know, you might get a game. You might get the game against Southampton when we win the league. No, not when we win the league. I hope when we win the league, but that's just not going to happen, is it? So yeah, I'm really hoping that we get Garcia, because Garcia, honestly, he's a good transfer. He's very good at shot stopping. Is he gonna want to be the number 2 for Arsenal? I think yeah. I mean, probably play him. And here's the thing, like you have a good backup goalkeeper. So you know, if you want to rest Raya, or especially for the cup games, you know, you're not bringing in Neto. You know, you're not bringing in Robert Sanchez. You're bringing in Joan Garcia, who's been doing bits for Espanyol. So yeah, I think could definitely get him in. Arsenal, Zubimendi. Let me see if there's any more news on that. Apparently it's almost done, they say. Yeah, that's alright. Okay. Arsenal are operating on the assumption that Martin Zubimendi will be a gunner this summer. Okay, that's all. So yeah, that's basically all of the transfer news that Arsenal have. Yeah, that Arsenal have got. Let me know who you should sign, who you think we should sign this summer, and hopefully it's a good summer. Hopefully it's good. It's a transfer window that wins us the Premier League. That would be great, but I hope so. Anyways, thank you for watching.